Hello, 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 hello. How's everyone doing today? Trying to check, will that work? USB, connect over USB. Connect over USB. Can you do USB? I don't know if you can do USB. Anyways, how's everyone doing today? I was this close to canceling. It's more scuffed than normal. This looks like crap, wow. The Brio died. Like, I don't know what's going on with the webcam. It decided to not work anymore. So I'm using a Logitech C920 that's like I found in the chip bin. Are you good? Are you good now? Can you see? Can you see? Hopefully you can see. There we go. Oh, it just died on me. No, come on. What is going on? I am cursed. We are cursed today. I swear, we are cursed. We are cursed when it comes to this build. This build is cursed. Okay, configure video, camera control, turn off autofocus, because we can't have autofocus on this. There we go. That's about as good as we're gonna get. We are cursed. It's gonna be out of focus, I think, for a lot of this. Or I don't think the C920 has. The reason I like the Brio was the Brio actually had a decent amount of it could focus on stuff. Hopefully, are we in focus? Hopefully we're in focus. Let me pull it up here on this camera. New stream. Not now, not now. Pull up the stream so I can see everyone. Hi chat, can you see me? Hopefully you can see me. Hopefully the tally light's working. Hopefully we're good. Yeah, we're live, I can see me. Okay, I gotta tilt it a little bit this way. Yeah, the Brio just stopped working. I don't know what happened, it just stopped working. Which really sucks. Yeah, it never looked that good. No, the Brio, the reason I like the Brio focused a bit better. But anyways, why am I late today? Well, oop, okay, that moves a little better than I thought it would. Okay. So, this is what I did. I'm gonna move, which one is it? This way. And move that there. So, we have, as you can see here, let me unlock the wheels fully. I can spin the printer. We have the ability to move the printer. I built a stand for it. Oh my God, it spins! Because it's gonna get really heavy really quick. And this was like the last chance I had to move it by myself. So, before I went live today, I built a, I posted a picture of it on the Discord if you want to see. I built a stand out of 2x4s for it. Because the original plan was to put the printer on the ground. The original plan was to put the printer on the ground. But that wasn't going to work because of just the fact the floor is not level and it's going to be a nightmare. Also, I wanted to be really Gucci and build like an aluminum extrusion frame, kind of like how Max and Steve have on their Phoenixes. I looked up how much Masumi would cost. So that's not happening. So behold, the 2x4 stand. Screws and material included, under 50 bucks Canadian. So it's sturdy enough. The wheels lock into place. These are the wheels that come with the kit. I just screwed them to the bottom of that. Yeah, it's like 6 or 7 2x4s cut up and some screws. And yeah. So now the advantage is you can kind of see the whole bottom's open. So I didn't put like a piece of plywood on top. The whole bottom's open. So if I need to get under the printer to do any sort of maintenance, modifications, wiring, whatever, I can just go under the printer. I don't have to flip the printer. So that should be pretty nice, hopefully, if it works the way I want it to. I shouldn't have to flip the printer ever. And the wheels are pretty nice. The wheels, the casters, actually, again, these are the casters that come with the kit. They give you a decent amount of movement. Like, it moves pretty freely. I'm on a concrete floor. It's not the smoothest concrete floor. It's your average garage floor, but it's good enough. I'm gonna print some TPU spacers that'll A, locate the printer to keep it from sliding off of this, and 2, give it a little bit more, there'll be TPU spacers, feetsies, so that this isn't sitting flush, but it should work pretty good if all goes well. So yeah, so this will eventually live in this corner once this is built and I can move all this stuff out of the garage. But for now, this allows me to at least, you know, make room and move stuff around. So I just gotta be careful because right now the printer isn't actually attached to anything. So I just have it on some foam just to kind of, so it's not sitting flat on the wood. So there we go there. Somebody donated something, I missed it. Andrew Rogers, $10 for the You Need a Bigger Space Fund. Dude, freaking Yontech is already like got a space. You European folks, where's Yontech? Where's Yontech? Good guy, where's Yontech? Where's Yontech? If you don't know who Yontech is, go subscribe to him. He started off as like an intern for Stefan and now he's doing his own thing. But dude just got his own space. Like, I would kill for a space like this. I mean, I wouldn't kill because then I would have to actually like deal with the repercussions of that. But I don't have anything like this near me. It sucks. I am so jelly of all these Europeans just like, oh, you know, walkable cities, livable cities. I can go 10 feet away and there's an industrial park I can rent a space at. Yeah, shit, I don't got that shit, dog. I live in the burbs. I found one place that was within budget that would have been great. It was like kind of a place like this. It was like a bunch of different units and they're about a 1,300 square feet, had a bathroom, had a little storage closet, and it was basically like a big concrete slab with AC and heating already provided. It was great. It was like $1,000 a month. And I was like, oh, heck yeah. The only problem was it was a 50-minute drive. And I'm like, I'm not driving 50 minutes to work as a self-employed YouTuber. So instead we got the garage with the scuffness. Embrace the scuffness. That's how you know it's legit. That's how you know it's legit, right? Okay, so what are we doing today? We're working on the bed. We are working on the bed of the printer. So let's get the bed out of the oven. 15 minutes with or without peak traffic. It was like out in the county. So it wouldn't have been much traffic because it's like county roads to drive out there. It's like, I'm not, for those that happen to know the area I live in, Southern Ontario, I live in the Windsor area and I'm not driving to Essex every day. So it kind of sucked. There's, Bravo's getting assembled this weekend and I'm taking a week off to play. Ooh, fun. It kind of sucks because every now and then something does come up that is within like a reasonable distance to me. And the biggest problem is it's like either the cost is way too much or it's just not a good location. The only other place that was within like 10 minutes of my house and it was like in a really good spot. The problem was it shared common space with like a dance studio. So it's like, yeah, that wouldn't have worked. That would not have worked because it would have been, you know, sharing common space with a dance studio. Yeah. Fun fact, magnets stick to magnets. Yeah. Dance stream. Today, we will get down and boogie. So how's everyone doing today? It is getting warm out. For those wondering, it's hotter than it should be in the garage because I had the door open. 31 Celsius. It's actually cooling off now. It was 33 about an hour ago, but I had the garage door open because I needed room to build the shelving. So, we should create a Discord for all the usual people in chat to chill when we can't find something to watch. We already have a Discord. RJ Repo Man, there already is a Discord. There already is a community Discord. Link in the description, join the Discord. Okay, so where were we at? Where were we at on this? I think we were working on the beds. So let me pull up the manual here. While I'm doing this, usual YouTube disclosure. Hey, this stream, the kit was provided by Fysetc. Shout out to Fysetc for providing that. Not being paid for this build series, but I do get to keep the kit at the end of the build series. So YouTube disclosure there. And then, do you want to win a spool of Polymaker filament? Because every stream we give away a spool of Polymaker filament. Enter for your chance. Link in the video description. Enter for your chance. And then while you're down there, don't forget to like the smash button, ring the bell, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. If you want to help support the channel, the content I create and things I do, consider becoming a channel member, Patreon supporter. If you're really cool, you give memberships to others. Or if you just want to go shopping, use some of the affiliate links in the description below. Don't cost you anything extra. I'll go a long way in supporting the channel. And some of them, like the GamerSupps one, use code Canuck and save some money. And I have a Vision Miner code, but I keep forgetting to put it up. Okay. So this is a little confusing. So it's showing T-nuts here. The thing I'm confused about, because it shows, okay, we got an M3 T-nut. We got this isolation column and a spring. Place the M3 ball nut in the profile groove. Put the spring through the black nylon space. Place it in the acrylic groove. Hole of the ball nut should be consistent with the hole in the profile. Okay, that makes sense. So there is a hole in the profile. So let's go get that all set up. I am going to do this the way they tell me to do it, but I probably will be changing this at some point because I'm not a fan of having the beds on springs. I want the bed to be rigid. I think that is a better option. It'll be more secure, I think, hopefully. Where did I put those? I moved a bunch of stuff while I was trying to build, and get your garbage. Where did I put those standoffs? Where did I put those standoffs? Are they in this bag? Or are they in the other box? I think I've put them in the other box. PCBs. No, where are the standoffs? I had them last time. So we got our T-nuts here. Because I remember seeing they had all the springs. Here are the springs. Then where did I put those nuts? Are they on the other side? They might be in the other side. Let's take a look over here. I think they're over here. Riffraff, member for 30 months. That's a lot of months. Oop, just dropped a bunch of stuff. Where did I put them? Where did I put those standoffs? I had them last time. I had them last stream. Where did I put the standoffs? Who remembers where I put those circular standoffs from last stream? Are they on? They might be on the other side. I had them last stream. Where did I put them? Okay, let's see. Here, make some room. Those are screws. And those are that. Because here are the springs. There's that. There's that. There's that. Here's the bed stuff. We're gonna. Oh, here they are. Got them right here. Okay. 22 months. Raji 3 months. Spice King 23 months. We're all getting old. We're all getting old. Okay, so you go there. Okay, so those are clearance holes. So there's a hole in the extrusion, and I thought it was a tapped hole originally, because I was thinking that you just screwed into the extrusion, but it's, oh, it is a tapped hole. So you put a tapped hole, that goes on that, the spring goes in here, and then you put a T-nut. Okay. So I guess you go through a T-nut into a tapped hole. I'm not a fan of that because alignment is going to be a nightmare. And that T-nut is broken. There's a lot of bad T-nuts on this build. Who's the youngest here? 28. Oh geez, there's probably some kids here. I mean, statistically, my YouTube audience is actually mostly, it's two things. It's a boomer sausage fest. It's a lot of older people, and by older I mean like in their yeah, this one's bad. I think 30 to 40 and 40 to 50 are like my two biggest groups for subscribers. Yep. Okay, so we'll put these in. Using a out. Move that back. This thing got big quick. I will say it's not that heavy yet, luckily. But it will get heavy. These extrusions, these T-nuts are not locking into this extrusion that good. They're very floaty. I'm not a fan. If I can make a critique right now on this kit, T-nuts have been kind of lacking in terms of like the quality of the T-nuts have been kind of lacking. There's a lot of T-nuts. But as long as they give you a bunch of extras, you should be okay. I'm not super concerned. It's more just like, I wish these were a bit better. I wish these were a bit better. $48, but I feel like I'm 30. Dude, when I was a kid growing up, I figured at one point it would just kind of like click in that it's like, oh, I'm an adult now. And it's like, no. It just, you just keep on living, and all of a sudden you have a mortgage and you're an adult and you have a kid and you're like, oh, I figured I'd have my shit together by now. No. I think it's when you become the age that you remember your parents being. I think once that happens where you're like, I remember when my parents were the age I am now. And you're like, wow, they had their shit together. And then once you become that actual age and you're like, no dog, we're just YOLO. We're flying by the seat of our pants here, making it up as we go. Called some guy old, only to figure out it's the same age as me. Dude, when I worked at the mold shop, that was like, because I'm like terminally online, right? Like I understand, you know, I may not agree with, you know, thinking Skibidi toilet is pretty cool, but I know of it. So I like to think I'm pretty tuned in for what the youngins are into. And every now and then it's like, I would talk with somebody who's older, or somebody who was like, you know, they'd be like, you do know you're the same age as me. It's like, oh yeah, shoot. Here I was thought I was cool and hip and with it. And it's like, nope, I'm just a boomer. So we're lining all these up right now. By the way, another thing I'm going to complain about, just because I'm going to complain about it, the fact that this is shiny acrylic. I am not a fan of the fact that this is shiny acrylic. I really wish this sheet was matte. It's already fingerprinted and scuffed, and I don't like it. I was really hoping that these would be better. This would be like matte or something. I've got half of mine to just take a Scotch-Brite pad to this, to be honest. And I'm gonna have to seal up some of this. I'm gonna get some aluminum tape, I think, before I actually put the bed on. I have some black aluminum tape, and I'm going to seal it up a bit, because there's a few spots, like in the middle here, where there's some pretty big panel gaps, and I want to seal it up because I want to keep it as airtight as possible. So. Also, I got a feeling lining all this up is going to be a nightmare. I got a feeling lining all this up is going to be a nightmare. Okay. Here, but this is the way the manual wants me to go, so I'm following the manual. Because on this build, we are following the manual until I get to a point where I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that, dog. Okay, so those are all those. Now we come back over to the other side and see what's going on. What's going on over here? What's the plan now? So we put all these little guys in. We put our rectangular springs in. It kind of sucks that they don't really tell you what size spring. It's just, luckily there's only like the one type of spring. But it's like, I really wish they would actually tell you what spring. Okay, and we're not putting the insulation on it. Connect the hotbed ground. But the thing is, how do you connect these and then mount them as one piece? That's gonna be a nightmare. Okay, so let me go grab the sheets here, because we gotta put these on the bed. So we got these. Yeah, there's no other springs, so those were the only springs, and they're all the same, so. Sealed up, do you maximize expansion? X-axis expansion is something we're gonna have to deal with when we get to it. Okay, so we have to do some bed magnet stuff. So it looks like we have a ground that goes boom, 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 and then out. That's gonna be annoying to wire up. Where is the wires for that? I think they're on the others. Oh, here are the ground wires, I think. Yeah, these are. And then we got a long one, yeah. So it's like we're gonna have to like install a wire underneath, and then like install the next wire, and then put the next bed in, then install the next one and put the, it's gonna be annoying. It's gonna be annoying. It's just M3/8. Okay, M3/8. Okay, but it is what it is. Okay, let's get this movable feast underway. I don't have gloves. Let me go grab some gloves. Some gloves. Gloves. Oh, hey, puppy. How you doing? Want to come say hi, or are you just going to lie there? Just going to lie there? Okay. Would you good boy? Here, say hi. Doggo. He's like sleeping on the stairs. Oop. I knocked a bunch of stuff over. Awesome. Sleeping on the stairs. He's like, I'm gonna be eepy. Yeah, old doggo. Good boy, but old boy. Having major issues with the bed mesh on this, and I think it's related to those springs. Every one of those locations showing a peak. Yeah, honestly, you probably want to rigid mount the springs. I am gonna build this the way it is. How old? He's 13, I think. Pretty sure he's 13 now. I think he just turned 13. Yeah, what I would do, screw down the bed all the way. Like rigid mount the bed. That's what we've gone to on the Phoenix. On the Phoenix, all the beds are rigid mounted now that we figured out that's a better option. I will probably do that with this. But for now, this is how we're doing it. Hooray, it's garbage night, so I can throw out this garbage bin full of isopropyl alcohol soaked rags. Okay, so that's the front, so we want the wires coming this way. Silicone. Personally, I'm a fan of like Delrin spacers. Like a spacer made out of a material that's not going to have any thermal expansion at all, in my opinion, is kind of the way to go. Oh. There we go. Actually, wish I had some smoother tape then. Okay, now take one of these. It's gonna go this because all the wires have to like run out the back. So I need an M38. Oh shoot, I forgot we gotta drill holes. I forgot we gotta drill some holes. Also, these can't be M38. It calls for M38s, but the bed is 6 millimeters thick. I don't know about you, but I don't want that sticking through. So we're gonna go with something a little bit smaller. Heat pad on a 350. You don't need a heat pad. There's enough thermal mass that you're gonna transfer the heat through pretty well. There we go. That'll work. Okay. We gotta drill some holes. We need to drill. Quick, somebody get Bruce Willis. This one's gonna suck. I should have did this before I put the heater on. So what you do is you drill some itty bitty holes so you know where to go, and then you get your little tool here. You just kind of these are really thick magnets, holy shit. There we go. I'm gonna have to clean that up. Do I have a counterbore? I could have sworn I had a nice counterbore tool. There we go. Where is my nice little counterbore tool? I mean, you could just use a bigger drill bit if you want. If you don't have a nice counterbore tool, just get like a bigger drill bit and drill in. But how do I not have a counterbore tool? I got this. This is a burring tool, 45 burr. Seriously? I don't. Oh, here's one. Okay. That'll work. See? Nice and clean. Get a pair of tweezers. One thing to note here, might be worth upgrading those bed heaters for full coverage heaters on better quality. My Fysetc bed heater was never consistent and the thermistor failed way too early. Yeah, that's something to keep an eye on. Is if you have a lemon. I mean, we're going to be building this stock and running it stock as much as possible. That's kind of the plan. Yes, I do have thermal fuses as well. There we go. Okay, that's one bed done. Okay, let's do the rest of the beds. Let's do the beds first. Let's get all these sheets done first. Make lemonade. Dude, I could go for some lemonade right now. Some actual, like, good, real lemonade would be bomb right now. Not gonna lie. But right now, I got some delicious gamer subs. That'll do. Okay. Drill, baby, drill. Also, don't push like a crazy amount of force. You just need to make a hole. If you push too hard, you'll separate the magnet from the bed that you just glued it on. It's kind of annoying because it's like, you got to get the bed ready, which in of itself isn't that big of a deal, but you got to do it 4 times. I'm gonna get roof insulation here, stick with cornstarch in your bits when it gets swampy. The plan this year is to get re-insulate the ceiling so it's a little bit more insulated. I did throw some stuff up there, but it needs more. And get a proper, like, actual cooling system out here. I'm just trying to find something on sale that's within budget right now. Raise the roof and put a second level in the garage. I think you really underestimate how successful of a YouTube channel I run, or overestimate how successful of a YouTube channel I run. We don't have the budget for that. In terms of budget, I thought, you did, Apollo. I'm just waiting for an actual, like, put it this way, with the current ongoing global situation and everything, and the fact that my wife and a bunch of family members are in, they work for, their job involves manufacturing, mostly for the US market. I'm very hesitant to put down a lot of money on something right now, put it that way. We're trying to be conservative with the budget. That makes sense? I'd rather not lose the float I have when there's a potential for shenanigans in the near future. Home Depot. I have never seen mini splits in a Home Depot here in Canada. Also, this is a Rona household. Trying to clean up these magnets a bit. Come on, there we go. Problem with the magnet is it's magnet, so all the little bits, if you don't, like, it's stuck to a magnet. You gotta, like, kind of scrape it almost. Oh. I need to get some good X-Acto knives. That's what I need. There we go. This magnet has like a, not a felt, it's got like a material on top of the magnet I'm not a fan of. Like, where did I put the spatula? Get yourself a nice sharp spatula, and sometimes you gotta be afraid to scrape it flat if you need to. Okay. Back to putting this all together. $1,100. Yeah, we don't need a 10K BTU. I need to keep a not even 300 square foot garage cold and warm in the winter. The winter isn't that bad. The heat in the winter isn't that bad. I have an electric heater that keeps it warm enough. I got no problem working in the cold. You just wear a coat if I need to. It's the summer when it gets really hot out here. Because, like, put it this way, I have the door to my house open right now. I'm technically breaking the law because you're not supposed to have the garage door propped open. You're not supposed to. You're supposed to keep your garage and your house separate because fumes and whatnot. But I have the door to the house open and a fan blowing cold air in from the house. Because, you know, it's 31 degrees Celsius in my garage right now. It's a little warm out. I'm having issues getting my Whale 2 test print to stick. I've calibrated areas, it's just not sticking. Like, are you for sure your first layer is like properly good? I wish I could say more. I don't do a lot of resin printing. I have some resin machines and I've just been lucky. Every resin machine I've done like videos on or a company has sent me has just worked. And I haven't really had to like faff about with too much. I have a Whale 2 or a Whale 1. I can't remember which one they sent me. And it just worked out of the box. I didn't have to faff with anything. So I'm not the best help when it comes to how do you fix it, unfortunately, because it just, I don't know, I didn't have any issues kind of thing. Contact the manufacturers, check out check out a support group for the printer, like a Facebook group, a Discord, a community page. Usually you have better luck seeking help from a group that's directly involved with the printer itself versus like, you know, asking a YouTuber who, you know, reviewed it a couple years ago. No offense. Are they Rona Canada though, Apulo? If they do, link them in the chat. I'll go take a look. This one is a little squished. I'm not a fan of that, but I'm sure it's fine. Okay. Need for the garage? Not a lot. It's just a garage. It's one room. I mean, it's not like I need this room to be like an ice box. Just like, I keep my house at 25, put it that way. I am hungry, that's what I am right now. Okay. You know what really sucks right now? You want to know what really sucks right now? The wifey and the little guy are out swimming. Mom's like, hey, come over, let's go swimming. And I'm like, okay, everyone else will go. I gotta work. So everyone else is at my mom's house, having fun in the pool. Bed stickers is a stream all in itself. Yeah, this is taking quite a bit of time. It is what it is. Actually, I should probably be putting the, 1 second. Where did I put all these thermistors at? Because the problem is these beds only have 1 hole in them. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to... I think these are them, yeah. Are these the fuses? Yeah, these are the fuses. These are the fuses. So the problem is, normally you put 2 tapped holes in the back here, but they have 1 in the back, 1 in the front. So I'm gonna have to like, install the fuses at the front of the bed. How are these even wired up? Okay. Anyways, we'll faff around with this after. What's this extra one for? Okay. Well, figure it out later. We'll get all these put together and then we'll. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Get this last one put together and then we'll. RTV silicone for X protection against. I'm not going to, but I probably will in the future. We'll see. I may throw some on later. Rona, Mr. Cool. Oh, they do have, okay. Yeah, it cost me. Yeah. Okay, yeah, about $1,000. Not too bad. Delivery is included. Ooh, ooh la la. $115 volt. That'll be like I can easily do 220 out here. I have my fuse boxes right underneath there. 115 is a little bit easier. Like I do actually have a plug up there I could tap into if I need to. Or actually no, because it would want its own circuit. You want your own circuit for one of those. It would have been a lot easier if this garage had a window in it. Like if I had a window right here, because then I could just put like a window mounted AC unit and call it a day. Just go to spend 200 bucks on a cheap one from Walmart and call it a day. But no, there are no windows in my garage. It's a bunker. I think all the cables are the same length. I actually have no idea if the cables are the same length. I probably should check. I don't see anything wording wise that tells me that the cables are different lengths. Also, I'm assuming the wires come out this side. Yeah, ground wire goes up that way. And they go down the hole. And then we move on to the stealth burner. Sweet. Could cut a hole. Yeah, but then it would cost more to put the window in and then just buy a cheap window unit than would just to put an AC, a proper, you know, heat pump. And the thing is, at least the heat pump too does heating in the winter, whereas a window AC unit does not. The joys of home ownership. I know, eh? Yay, mortgage. 1 year left. 1 year left. There we go. What's the build time off stream on this one? Everything I've done on this printer, I've done on stream. I don't usually do any work on a printer unless it's like rework, like, oh shoot, I screwed something up, I gotta fix it. Everything I do it on stream. So obviously, because I build printers on stream, it's gonna take a little bit longer to do it on stream than if I were not streaming, because, you know, right now we're not building the printer, we're yapping. That happens a lot during a stream. But we're on part 6 and each part has been 2 to 3 hours, so. Can't you put a cat door in the door and through it? I mean, like, yeah, I could replace this door with a hole in it and put an AC unit in the door, but that would be annoying because opening and closing the door would be annoying. I don't want to do that. Okay. So now we got to figure out these fuses. So we got a wired mess here. So how are these wired up? How are these? Okay. So these ends have a connector on them, and I'm assuming I'm supposed to leave this connector. So I've got 2 ends here. One has this little metal clip on it, and one end does not. So the question is, what end? Well, the fuse has a... How much you want to bet? Oh wait, I think there's in the other. 1 second. I think they gave me Wagos. There's a fly out here, which means I'm gonna get a fly in my house. Great. Wagos? Yeah, they give you Wagos. Okay. They give you a bunch of 2x2 Wagos. What controller does this come with? A Fysetc one. Okay. Yeah, the other end go. Yeah, the end with the fitting goes in the. This end goes in the SSR. The SSR takes that end. So I'm assuming I'm gonna have to cut this because this is gonna have to go here. So we're gonna have to screw this on here. So the easiest way to do that, does it matter which way you mount this? Like if that flat or that flat, does it really matter which way? I'm assuming it doesn't matter. I wanna do it this way though, because then that way it clears the magnet because the wires are set to one side. So I'm gonna put it on like that. And then I guess the Wagos will just hang there. You just kind of. So that'll go in here. And then this is way too long, so I'm going to shorten the other wire. Writing up. Steve would say writing up. I know we should do writing up, but I don't. Does it really matter? I don't think it really matters. I mean, I could just offset it on an angle. We'll do that. Okay. Little pro tip: if you're Gucci, put a little thermal paste. Put a little dab of thermal paste because you want really good heat transfer. Simple as that. Because you want heat transfer. I don't have washers. Washers. That'll work. Washers. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. There we go. Now I need this guy, because this end I'm not going to leave. I'm going to shorten this. So we're just going to snip it. And put a whatchamacallit on. Snip and crimp. It's going to open. There you go. Do I leave the wires hanging below the bed? Yep. They're not going to go anywhere. Where is my... Oh, sorry. Yeah, they're not going anywhere. I mean, if you really wanted to, I'm sure there are ways you could like tape them, I guess, if you wanted to. Going to California in a couple of weeks. Ooh, what you going for? And there we go. So now we've got 2 wires coming off here. Both of them have the spade connector. If I need to not have spade connectors, I can fix it. It's going to be annoying to figure out which one is which. Because one is going to be positive and one's going to be negative. Although it doesn't really matter. Because the fuse, if the fuse pops, it breaks it either way. So we'll just leave it together. But I am going to label the beds. Where's my tape pad? So this will be bed 1. Isn't your mom? Oh, nice. That marker. All right, bed 1. Okay, that's 1 bed. Today's stream brought to you by the letters BED. For bed. go. Over here. Always give it a tug. Make sure that it is tight and you're good. What should I do for dinner today? Did the kit come with thermal paste? No, I'm just using my... I highly doubt kits would come with Noctua thermal paste. Like, you technically don't need the thermal paste. I just put it on for extra insurance, I guess you could say. I'm like, the fuse is on the bed, and it's like touching metal. It's just, you know, a little bit extra, you know, safety, just in case you want it to, like... If the fuse is going to go, you want the fuse to go. So it's like, I'll put it in a thermal paste. That way, you know, for sure, we're going to get the heat transfer. I don't really think it's that big of a deal. Like, I really don't think in the grand scheme of things, it's really that noticeable. But it's not going to hurt. It's like, you know, putting the RTV. You don't, if you use the right magnet with the right adhesive, or correction, use the right heater with the right adhesive, you really don't need to RTV the heater down. It's, put it this way, I haven't done it on any kit printer, and I've never had an issue. I've never had a magnet fail. And I have a printer with a magnet that, or a heater that I put on in early 2018, and it's still working. And it's just a Canuck heater with 468 MP with no extra stuff, and it's working fine. So now, granted, if I'm making a machine that I know I'm going to be running the bed a little hotter than normal, like Toasty Boy, then yeah, I'll put a little extra on it, right? Put a little something, something. But in normal use case, you should be okay. But there's nothing wrong with taking a little bit extra safety precautions if you feel you want to. It's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Simple as. So. Could use toothpaste if you don't have thermal. I'm pretty sure there's an LTT video where they test a bunch of stuff. To see if what works as alternatives. Always give it a tug, by the way. After you put the Wago on, always give it a little tug, just to make sure. Man, I am tired today. Don't do what I did. at noon, I'm like, you know what? I should have enough time, right? I ran out at like 11. I went to Home Depot or Rona. I grabbed all the wooden screws I need to make the stand for the printer that it's on right now. Wow, that's a horrible camera angle. Remind me to move the camera before I go live, or before I move over there. I came back, I made lunch, because I don't eat breakfast. I made lunch. And it's like, okay, I'm gonna go quickly. It shouldn't take too long, right? Just build a cube, you know, just go set up my circular saw, or set up my my skill saw or whatever, compound saw, whatever it's called. Go set it all up. Shouldn't take that long to make a table. It's hot as heck out. It's muggy out. I had to move a bunch of stuff to get all my tools ready and everything, charge the batteries and everything for the drills. Next thing I know, I'm out there for like an hour and a half building this thing, drenched in sweat. I come inside, it's like 1:50. I'm like, yeah, we're not going live at 2. I need to get a shower. And now I'm starving. Miter saw, table saw, the one that you go chop saw. The thingy that go burp. Oop. Ah, shoot, I put the magnets next to each other. Ah, shoot. Uh-oh. Ah. There we go. Magnets are strong. Fried chicken for dinner. Ooh. Dude, I finally went out and got some Mary Brown's the other day. I was in the area and it's like the little guy wanted chicken. And I'm like, okay, I'll go to that Mary Brown's place, which is like a Canadian chicken chain. Not bad. Not bad. Chicken was pretty good. Nothing amazing, but you know, it's fast food chicken, better than KFC. I wouldn't call it as good as like, you know, Chick-fil-A. It's still pretty good, but they do like potato wedges, and they're like the good style of potato wedges, and that I liked. Problem is, they're one of those places where like, can I get a pop? And they give you like a can instead of like a fountain drink, and it's like, ooh, I feel like I'm overpaying for a can of pop. Master Steak. I don't think I've ever been to a Master Steak. We don't have one down here. That's the thing. You went to Toronto, Abulo. Toronto is like, if you're going to find something in Canada in terms of like, you know, a fast food place or a food chain, it's going to be in Toronto. Because that's like the biggest market we have. Like where I'm at, we don't even have IHOP down here. Okay. So I might have to unscrew this guy. I did have Nando's. I've only ever had Nando's traveling. I've had it in the UK and I had it in British Columbia. That's it. Never had Nando's. We don't have them near me. You ever? Yeah, I went to Mary Brown's last week on like a Thursday or whatever. I was just out and about with the little guy, and we drove by one, and he's like, I want chicken. I'm like, okay. Poutine was pretty good. Their poutine ain't bad. Like, personally, I'm not a fan of potato wedges in poutine. I prefer just like a regular thick cut fry. But it was pretty good. They used the right gravy. They have proper cheese curds. So their poutine was pretty good. And the only reason I'm not a fan of like potato wedges with poutine, it throws off the cheese to the gravy to curd ratio. Like you either get a really good bite or you get a bite where the proportions are all out. And bed number 4. Okay. So that is all that. So I'm gonna need some M3 6s for the fuses. A bunch of these. Need my LCT store screwdriver. Grab the fuses and bring everything over to the other side. Right on through to the other side. There we go. How's the angle? Can you see what I'm doing? Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. If not, well, it do be what it is. Now would be a good, you know what? Let's run an ad. It's like, you should run an ad right now. It's like, fine, okay. What do I need here? M330. Okay. M330. M330 socket head cap screws. Are they socket head or what are they? Oop. Is an ad running? Yeah, I put an ad up. I'm looking for screws. Oh, socket head cap screws. Okay, I do not have enough of these. I do not have enough of these. Yeah. They did not give me enough M330s. Unless there's another bag of them that I missed. 335, 30, M330, button head. Those are button head. No, I need socket heads. I'm gonna have to grab some from stock because I need 4, 8, 12, 16. And I do not have 16 unless they give them in the makeup bag. Nope, I gotta grab some. Because I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need more M330s. Unless they're in a different bag, but I'll just grab them from stock because I'm not going to bother looking. Let's come back over here. You didn't have one if you're premium? What kind of ad was that? No, YouTube lately has been doing pop-ups where it's like, you should run an ad right now. And it's super annoying. And you know what, though? The way the current... it's like, you know what? Screw it. If I'm doing something where it's like I'm digging for screws or whatever... I'll let it run. Why not? Why not? Hot beef sandwich. Ooh. Hot beef sandwich would be nice with some gravy. Ooh. A proper hot beef sandwich with gravy would be nice right now. Okay, front left. Or how do you do the beds? It's front left is 0, right? So 0, 1, 2, 3. So bed would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's a screw. So I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need this. Okay, let's go mount the beds. And yeah. It's a shame they don't hide ads. Yeah, YouTube could do a lot of things to make the justification for becoming a channel member a lot better. Like, they could, but they don't, and it's kind of annoying, and I wish they did. I just gotta grab the beds. Oop. Oh no, all the cables are getting caught in everything. Because it's like, the thing is, you know, as much as I hate doing it, this is my job. So it's like, if I don't run ads, I don't make money. So I've been relying a lot on channel memberships and whatnot to kind of offset that. And it's like, well, you know, but lately the algorithm has not been friendly to the channel, put it that way. Okay, which one is this? So this is 4. So this is 3, 2, 1. I'm assuming this is 1. 1, okay. So this one's gonna have to have a fuse, go that way. Why is it so out of focus? Because it's a freaking Logitech C920, because the Brio that I've been using that actually works decently stopped working. And there's really nothing I can do to make it, like, here, let me, you know what? Let me see if I can make it better in focus. 1 second here. 1 second. Let me see if I can fiddle with something here. Wow, this is annoying. Oh God, this is annoying. Ah. You go there. You go there. Did I lose a spring? I did. 1 second. 1 second. You go there. Go there. Where'd that spring go? Uh-oh. Please tell me I didn't lose the spring. Where'd it go? Really? How? Fell on the ground. Of course it fell on the ground, but where did it go? Oh. Uh-oh. Well, I have spares, so I will grab a spare, and hopefully the spare is an actual spare. I don't even know where the spares went. Spare. Oh, found it. So actually, it rolled off that way, and I figured it went that way, but no, it went this way. Okay, let me see if I can make this camera better in focus. It's a webcam. Okay. I could change the focus, but I don't know how, like some cameras, the focus, yeah, see, it just, that's as in focus as it gets. That's why I was liking the Brio. The Brio has a deeper focus than the C920. I didn't go out this weekend. I was gonna actually go out this weekend and see if I can buy a camera and run just an HDMI cable and just use a long camera. But I didn't get, there wasn't any, so. I didn't go out this weekend, so since I didn't go out, I didn't have a chance to go buy a camera. Okay, this is gonna be annoying. Okay, that's that one. That one. Oh, of course that fell over. This is so stupid. I am not a fan of this bed setup. Oh, there we go. Okay, everything's screwed in. I need to get some tape. 1 second. 1 second. Aluminum. Why am I not using the insulation? Because I don't want the beds insulated. I want the beds dumping heat into the printer. If I insulate the beds, then the beds, if I insulate the beds and the heaters on the bed only heat the bed up. I'm going to be modifying this printer soon after I get it together to put a Nevermore system in it that's going to draw cold, like suck air from under the printer beds and circulate air around the chamber. So I don't want the beds insulated. I don't want the beds insulated. If I insulate the beds, I won't be able to do that. I won't be able to cheat, essentially. Because I don't want the heat being, you know, floating around the chamber or being stuck at the bed. I want the heat. I want it to be leaking heat. Okay, aluminum tape. There we go. Seal that up a bit. There's pretty big panel gap here. So I'm just using some aluminium tape here to just seal it up so that way we don't have tape going everywhere or a big hole in the bottom leaking heat. And switch 2. I have no desire to get the Switch 2, I'll be honest. Like, to be fair, my wife plays the Switch is the wife and little guy console. I don't play the Switch. I have a better Switch. It's called a Steam Deck. There we go. Okay, so that's that one. So now I need bed number 4, which is this one. Grab this guy, grab this guy, grab this guy. Switch 2 is more powerful than a Steam Deck. Yeah, but the Steam Deck has a lot more games. That's the thing. The Switch doesn't have any games. I don't care about Mario Kart. I don't care about Mario Kart. So like, you know, maybe in a couple years when there's a new Mario game and a Zelda game and some actual like content for the console, I'll take another look at it. But right now, I don't care about owning Cyberpunk again. I already own Cyberpunk. So it's kind of like, you know, I get it, but I don't care. There's nothing really that's making me go, oh, I really got to buy this console. Switch 2 has no games. Come on. I also have, yeah, like Pokemon, like the last Pokemon game I bought was for the Game Boy Color, put it that way. Actually, no, I have the Eevee one that I got for the wife. Come on. Come on, get in your hole. Oh, stupid peanut fell over. Okay, there you go. You go in there. Yeah, the whole stream today is beds. I think that's all we're getting done today is putting the beds on this printer. Okay, so this goes there. Okay. So now, so this is 4, right? Yep, 4. So now I need bed 3, which is this one, or 2, bed 2. Bed 2. Stupid. I don't like these bed spring standoff things. I feel like I'm gonna break them. Okay, so now you got to go on here, and then you got to come another way. This printer. This is a big printer. I mean, we're going to be able to put the bed on it today, though. That'll be cool. Put the flex plate on it. Fuse on. Or the ground cable. There we go. What's this tiny man doing? It's petite. It's wee. Okay. So there. 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 I come onto this side to line you up. Out. Freaking bike. Something was rolling and I don't know what was. Oh, the spring. Okay, 1 second. Now. Oh my God, get back. No, quit moving. Okay, you know what? You go over there. You go there. Okay. Oh my God. This. You guys are gonna get the best camera view in the world of me doing this. Best camera view ever. Now in Swear-O-Vision. Come on, you piece of shit. Get in your fucking hole. Come on, come on. Come on. There we go. That one don't want to go in. So far, every single one, it's like all three of the 4 go in, and then there's one that just doesn't. Oh, it's the T-nut knocks over. These T-nuts get knocked over a little too easily, I think. There we go. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay. It doesn't help there's a bike here I keep bumping into. Best camera angle in the world. Okay. I joke the whole time, this is actually a micron. Yeah, yeah, fun fact, this printer is actually like, this is a micron. It's just a really big micron. Oh, stupid. Great, it fell under the bed. 1 second. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this bed setup. I mean, I'm doing it. I'm using it because that's what the kit comes with. And we're trying to use what the kit comes with first. But I am not a fan of this bed setup. Oh, the stupid spring got stuck under the bed. Get out of there. There you go. Come on. Come on out. There you go. There we go. Luckily, my garage is not flat, so everything rolls this way. It's not a micron, it's a macron. It is the French Prime Minister. It is a macron. Actually, I am thirsty. That's what I am. Let me get a drink. Any advantage to insulating the base of the printer? I mean, if you want to insulate the actual base of the printer, that'd be like the same as insulating the sides of the printer. Now, heat rises, so you're going to lose more heat out of the top than the bottom on paper. But the plan is, what I'm going to do is, okay, so they have it labeled A, B, C, D. I have it 1, 2, 3, 4. But the plan is I'm going to cut holes in the panels from underneath. So eventually I'm going to be taking the whole bed off. Okay, but the plan is to have intakes underneath with blower fans to basically suck hot air from under the bed and then blow it out. I'll actually have probably the exhaust on the side. So I'll have like a hole under the middle of each bed, sucking air down through a blower and then blow it up on the side. That way we get some air circulating. Why are you barking, dog? What are you barking at? Is there anyone outside? There's somebody outside. It's just the neighbors. Relax, doggo. So that's kind of the plan. Is basically, I can't remember where they are. I gotta find them. But basically, the plan is to have like one of these kind of style blowers, like a bigger blower, underneath each bed, to suck air in and then blow it through a duct and then blow it up. And then that way I can also put like a charcoal filter in there if I wanted to. But the plan is to have air circulation in the printer. That's why I'm not insulating under the bed. I want the bed to be dumping heat into the system. Like, I want it to be dumping heat into the system. Okay, so now you go here, you go here. You guys can come out the side here. So we're gonna need these guys. Okay, so let's get this last bed. So this should be bed number 4, I believe. Bed number 3. Oh yeah, 3, because this is 4, yeah. So now, you can go here. Should come on this side. Because I need the long fuse, the long one now. France has inferior cheese control. Yeah, from my understanding, like Macron, the way France is, if I'm not mistaken, Macron is like the way their government is, like he's the president, but pretty much like that only has to do with like foreign matters. He's not in charge of internal matters, if I'm understand it correctly. That's kind of how it works in France. Is he's more foreign matters, and then you have a prime minister that's more internal matters. If I'm reading, if I remember correctly. There we go. At least we didn't see the tramp stamp. Oh, geez, was it that bad of a camera angle? I apologize. I do apologize if you you caught something that your God-fearing eyes were not ready for. As long as we don't break TOS. It's artistic. Yeah. Get in your hole. There we go. Okay, so those are all in their hole, I think. Oh, of course the one that's going to be the most pain in the butt one isn't lined up. Of course it's this one. Of course it's this one. Like, really? There we go. There we go. Okay, that one lines up. Oh, you fell out. Ever tell you I hate this? Oh, bloody hell. Hold up. Is this one lined up? Okay, that one's lined up. Okay, that one's lined up. One's lined up. Freaking T-nuts knocking over is annoying. There we go. Oh, last one. Last one. Come on. Heck yeah. There we go. And that is the bed installed. There's a bit of float. There's a bit of float. But we got all of our cables now. So those were all stuff in there. But there we go. We actually have our beds installed. Sweet. Now I got to make sure they all line up. This is the annoying part because they have to screw into the extrusion. So you have to have the whole thing kind of find its home. There we go. Find your home. Find your home. There you go. Find your home. Why are you crying, buddy? Poor doggo, I can hear him whimpering. Too much. There we go. This is also why I built the shelf today, because I just added like 20 pounds to the printer. It's getting heavy quick. There we go. And that is a 600 by 600 bed installed. I am not liking the fact I don't have gaps on this. There's like not much of a gap. Not a fan of that. I'm gonna have to fiddle the machinist level. Nah, that's a future problem. So now we can put the printer bed on. If I can fit through here, there we go. I really wish this flex plate was a bit bigger. I really wish this flex plate was a bit bigger. Because it's like size for size, and then there we go. So I don't know how much of it I can show on camera, but I can rotate this now. And there we go. So obviously we need to put the tool head on. That's the next part. But that is the bed installed on here. This is a big guy, and then we have all the wires that go through this hole. And luckily, this whole bottom is open, so when it comes to like running wires underneath, I can just go underneath the thing. Yeah, this is the printer she tells you not to worry about. Like, just to put it in perspective, Just to put in perspective. Where are you? Haha. Yeah, it's over here. One second. Let me move some stuff. I have it not in storage. I had it in storage and then I brought it out here, and now I just gotta bring it back down to storage. But just to put things in fun little perspective. Oh. You. Okay. This is a 300 Voron. Oh, here's my earmuffs. And then, for more shenanigans, yo dog, I heard you like printers, so I put a printer in your printer in your printer so you can print while you print while you print. Yeah. He's a little big. He's a little big. That V2. Oh, we figured out how to get to Gloop. I'm just going to bring it to him when I go to East Coast. I'm just going to bring it with me when I go to East Coast Rep Rap Fest. I'll just bring the printer to him then. Because the problem is, we could ship it. The problem is, if we ship it, there's like a 50-50 chance of the printer making it there in one piece, and it's not worth it. So I'll just bring it to him at Murph or 3D Printopia. Simple as that. So, do I have an Orange Storm Giga? No. I like printers that work. But yeah. Do we end up ditching? Oh yeah, the orange belts for the we still have them in for the Z, because they actually seem to be okay for the Z so far. But for the XY, we went to normal belts because we were having issues. I brought this back out because I got to panel it up. I got handles for it and whatnot I got to put on it. So. Hey, puppy. You want to come say hi? What? What? You want to come say hi? You come out and say hi? Come here. Come here. Come on. Come here. It's okay. Hey. Hey. Oh, hey, buddy. Oh, there's a good boy. Hopefully, are we on the right camera? I don't even know what camera we're on. Are we on Doggo Cam? Hopefully we're on Doggo Cam. Oh, we're not on Doggo Cam. 1 second. 1 second. We gotta get us on Doggo Cam. Mobile Cam. Doggo Cam. There's a good boy. There's a good boy. There's Doggo Cam. Hey, Coda. You are deaf. Deaf Doggo. Where's a good boy? Look how gray he's getting. You good? You good? Going back in? Going back in. Okay, no, that way. You can't come over here. There's stuff over here that you can't get on your paws. Go that way. There you go. Oh, he's tangling up. Oh, he's caught in the USB cable. Okay, foot up, foot up. There you go. There you go. Oh, he knocked over everything. He knocked over everything. He broke the camera. Broke the camera. He broke the camera. One second. He broke the camera. I think we lost it. Yeah, we lost it. Mobile cam. Deactivate. Activate. Yep. Broke the camera. He pulled the cable. Okay, so we've lost mobile cam. I mean, we're pretty much done for the stream anyways. So we'll do the giveaway here in a minute. I really got to figure out how I can make this camera work. I need to get a better camera over here because I'm sure the crap camera quality is not helping the stream. Okay, what time are we at anyways? Okay, we're gonna do the giveaway in 4 minutes. If you haven't entered for your chance to win some Polymaker filament, do that now. Do that now. Apparently, somebody linked me some active USB cables. I might buy one of those and see if that helps. If that'll help, I'll do that. Let me turn off this camera. Shut down. Shut down now. Can't believe how big that printer is. That printer is huge. Yeah, we're gonna do the giveaway at 4:30 my time. So. Active USB cable. Yeah, I know, a bunch of people did. One second here. Here, I'm posting a picture on the Discord. There you go. So, just for perspective, and because it was all, there you go. That makes that's a 300 V2, by the way. That is a 300 millimeter V2. And it makes it look itty bitty. Itty bitty. It's petite. It's wee. Itty bitty. Jeez. How's the weight on that thing? Many. It weighs yes. I don't know. I moved it today, actually. I moved it off of the table I had it on, that collapsing table that I was building it on, onto the frame I built this morning. And I just grabbed it and just picked it up and moved it. It wasn't that bad. But that was before I put all the beds on. So just for reference, I have a bed here. Yeah. Is this a 300 or a 350? I think. Yeah, this is yeah. So just at, oh, ow, I just stabbed myself. So how heavy are the beds on? This is a 300 spec bed. So a 300 millimeter bed, that is, and this is about a 6 mil bed too. This is an older one. So this weighs 2.2 kilograms. So I just added 8.8 kilograms to the printer. So I added 20 pounds to the printer essentially. So the printer is now 20 pounds heavier. And we haven't even put the electronics on, the panels on, the tool head don't weigh that much. But like we gotta put the tool head on, the electronics package, we gotta put the panels on. Like this printer is gonna be heavy, but it's not gonna be as heavy as a Phoenix. So, luckily. I'll link in the Discord. Let's see here. USB extender. Yeah, I'll see what I can do. Because the Brio wasn't that bad of a camera, it just reliability was the problem. Which is funny because I moved the power USB hub to the other side. Because it worked fine last time we did it, and it worked fine when we were using it over here. But between moving it here to there, it died. So, I'll figure out some stuff. Okay, let's do the giveaway. Let's do the giveaway. Publish, do that, save. Responses, link to sheet. I am hungry today. Names. While I'm getting this all set up, if you didn't enter, you'll have another chance on Friday because we're going to carry on with the build on Friday because I want to get this build done. So while I'm getting everything set up here, if you haven't yet, check out the links in the description. Affiliate links don't cost you anything extra, go a long way supporting the channel. And if you want to help support the channel, the content I create, and the things I do directly, consider becoming a channel member, Patreon supporter, or if you're really cool, gifting memberships to others. Best way to support the community. Because that way other people get to hang out when we do members only stuff. Because I think next member stream, we're going to build a Gundam. Because why not? I'm all into Gundam right now. I've been watching Gundam. Okay. So add names, clear, open. Okay, who is the original? G and Vlad are the first two. Yep, okay, finish. Oh, how many bots do we have? How many do we have? 230. Okay, random. Oh, we did this one the other day, 230. Let's do another one. Yeah, Eye of the Storm. Yeah. How many indexes? Too many? Yes. Phoenix build when? Phoenix, I don't know, because I'll be honest, Phoenix is, if there's ever a kit, if LDO comes out with a kit and they send me a kit, I'll build one, if I can figure out where to put it. But I don't have the time or like the time or the extra income that I used to have back when I was doing it during my VORON dev days to just build kits out of nowhere, self-source stuff. This one right here. So how it works is if you win, you get a free spool of filament. But this random lucky ball here, Jack Faxon. Jack Faxon. If you win, you get a free hat along with your spool of filament. Yeah, they're still troubleshooting stuff. I did a video on it from Rocky Mountain, if you're interested. Who's in the lead? Gary's in the lead, apparently, according to this. Gary's not in the lead, but we're going to follow Gary. Mike's in the lead. Where's Mike? There we go. Follow Mike. Remember, exclamation mark zoom makes your ball go faster. Exclamation mark gullible makes everyone else go slower. And if you like the smash button, ring the bell, and are subscribed to the channel, it actually greases your ball up and makes it go even faster. Rolahan's Delta Flyer. I mean, if a kit shows up, I'll build it. Simple as. Oh, Coco's in the lead. Oh, well, Coco was in the lead. Dark Eons. What about the Stone Wolf? Any chance? Oh, it's in the works. Potential. Oh, 3D5 my life. You almost had it. Tohei. Oh, it's gonna be Lewis, I think. I think it's gonna be Lewis. Lewis Seal. Congratulations, Lewis. You have won yourself a spool of filament from Polymaker. Lewis. There you go. That is a good type of cookie. Okay. So we're going to call it there. Main menu, confirm. So congratulations, Lewis. You have won yourself a spool of filament. You'll get an email from me after the stream ends with information on how to collect your filament. So golf claps in chat. Did somebody gift memberships today? Did I think we have new channel members, but did somebody gift the membership? Oh, Lee Smith. Sorry, I missed that. Lee Smith gifted 5 community memberships. I can't remember if I called that out or not. Apologize if I missed it. Okay, so I think we're going to call it there because two things. One, if we start building Toolhead now, we're not going to get it done in half an hour. And two, it's hot out here and I'm hungry. So we'll carry on Friday. I would cut to a picture of the printer right now, but that camera is broken. So here is a picture I took of the printer. This thing's huge. It's big. That's a 300 V2 in there for reference. Yeah, we're going to call it there. Shout out to Fysetc for the kit we're building today. As always, if you want to know more information about it, link in the video description. They sent me the kit free of charge for this build series. I'm not being paid for it. Words of opinion are my own, but I do get to keep the printer at the end of the build series, so YouTube disclosure there. And shout out to Polymaker for the spool of filament we gave away this stream and every stream. Links for all of them and more, video description. Some of them are affiliate links, don't cost you anything extra. Go a long way in supporting the channel. And some of them, like the Gamer Subs one, go buy some Gamer Subs, use code Canuck, save some money. And for those that donate to the channel, give the membership subs, or became members of the channel yourself, I thank you. Would not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create without your continued support. You make it all possible. Enjoy the rest of your week. Be safe out there, wash your hands, and I will see you in the future. Good night. Oop.